friends, you're invited to tune in to Grenada Music to the World program, hosted by Eugene Gittens on Saturday mornings from 10 a.m. to 12 noon on Classic Radio 105.5, 105.9, Hot FM 98.5, 98.7, GBN TV, and all their social media platforms. The only totally local music program in Grenada, representing all genres of music. So it's Greenz Music to the World on Saturday mornings from 10 a.m. to 12 noon on GBN with the music icon himself, Mr. Eugene Gittens. See you then.
Good morning, Grenada, and welcome to Greenz Music to the World. 100% local music from all genres by Grenadian artists here at home and abroad. If you like good music, you're in the right place. And if you like good local music, you're even in a better place. My name is Eugene Gittens, and I've got a great show lined up for you from now until 12. Thanks to Blossom for adding a little blossom to our morning. And if you are listening to radio and you're near a TV, you can switch. The program is now being brought on television as well. If you're not near a TV, that's fine. Everything you hear on television, you'll hear on the radio. And just to make sure that everybody can connect, we will be on GBN social media. That would be Facebook page and YouTube channel on K105 as well as Hot FM. And also, if you're near a computer and you can't access anything that I've said before, you can go to gbn.gd and pick up either this TV or the radio stations there. Okay? In the background, one of my favorite rhythms to come out recently is called the Big Dreams Rhythm by the man called Fever. One of our top producers here on the island. So today's show, we got a lot in store for you. We will start off with some Greenz music videos. Again, if you can't see them, you'll hear them. We have some special guests coming through. Tamara Songbird Sin Bernard, the undisputed songbird of Grenada, and I may venture to say of the Eastern Caribbean. We also have a young producer. His name is Pecklin. He is the brother of Peck Jones, who people in the music industry here would know, one of our producers as well. So we have his young brother. He's got a new rhythm. And we'll be featuring quite a couple brand new rhythms, including Pecklin's new rhythm. It's called the Journey Rhythm, and another big rhythm to come through by Skyper the Scientist, we call him. And that rhythm is called the Country Rock Rhythm. So we'll be introducing you to those rhythms. Starting things off, we're going to watch a video by Jefferson. Everybody should know it by now. It's called Pray for Our Son, and we are going to dedicate it to the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We are praying for you, and we hope we're praying and we're doing much more as well. We're trying to help in all ways that we can. So To the people of St. Vincent, we're praying for your sons, daughters, and all of you. Jefferson, pray for your son.
Mama said, learn to swim and don't you drown. 'Cause mama been swimming since her dawn. Mama said, take up your cross and follow him. And let the good Lord save you from your sin. So pray for your son. Pray for your son. Pray for your son.
Pray for your son.
Oh, because this world is getting heavy now, and it's so dark I can't see no clouds. I'm on my knees, begging please, just cover me from my head to my feet. Oh, yeah, yeah. Mama said, don't let him take you for no fool. Oh, don't let him tell you what to do now. And she said, keep an eye out for the men in blue. Come inside before the lights come on, so they won't get you. Oh, so pray for your son. Pray, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, pray, mama, pray. Mama, pray, because this world is getting so heavy and it's so dark I can't see no clouds. I'm on my knees, begging please, just cover me from my head to my feet. Pray, 'cause I really need some help sometimes, mama. I can't do it on my own. So many people are dying out in those streets. You gotta pray that it won't be me.
The man Jefferson. And I want to just recognize over there in Master Control the man called Timon Parrott. And he's helping me out there in Master Control. I appreciate it very much, Timon. So, call up your friends, call up people who you know would be interested in a program like this. Tell them Greenz Music to the World is on. Tell them how they can hook up to the station and hook up to Facebook and YouTube and gbn.gd and whatever way they need to get and access this program. So call up a friend, call up someone and tell them to tune in to Greenz Music to the World. We're going to keep the prayers going. We're going to bring up the man Akeem. The song is called Pray and Pray. He says that we got to pray and pray, and we're going to also do this for the people of St. Vincent. Pray and pray, Akeem.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh. Look how the past don't catch up to we. So much disease and guns in the street. What we are gonna do? 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 Can't really trust the system at all. Might be a plot just to see us fall. Where we are gonna do? Where we are gonna do? Tell me what we are gonna do? What we are gonna do? You see when the DJ tell a man shoot and hype up the thought to thief and loot, the media play violence non-stop. The youth them what we are gonna do. Lift your hands above your shoulder. Beg Jah to come closer. Journey to the light and you will find your way. Trust in His teachings, not just when things seem bleak, but practice every day. Pray and pray. Yeah. With no kind of leadership in them yard, every ghetto youth now are rate Trinidad. Where we are gonna do? Where we are gonna do? Tell me where we are gonna do? What we are gonna do? No, I know art and reality different, but when the youth them not pre the difference, what we are gonna do? What we are gonna do? Tell me what we are gonna do? Tell me what we are gonna do? You see when the DJ tell a man shoot and hype up the thought to thief and loot, the media play violence non-stop. The youth them nah go leave their Glock. Impress you nah no female dog. No one hear nobody call you that at all. So listen, here's what we are gonna do. Lift your hands above your shoulder. Beg Jah to come closer. Journey to the light and you will find your way. Trust in His teachings, not just when things seem bleak, but practice every day. Pray and pray. Yeah, yeah. Ignorance rise to the peak while leaders one like if them senile. What we are gonna do? Mr. Government, what we are gonna do? What we are gonna do? Parents not teach their kids what's real. No likes and boost their self-esteem. What we are gonna do? Where we are gonna do? Where we are gonna do? You see when the DJ tell a man shoot and hype up the thought to thief and loot, the media play violence non-stop. The youths them nah go leave their Glock. Impress you nah no female dog. No one hear nobody call you that at all. So listen, here's what we are gonna do. Lift your hands above your shoulder. Beg Jah to come closer. Journey to the light and you will find your way. Trust in His teachings, not just when things seem bleak, but practice every day. Pray and pray. Lift your hands above your shoulder. Beg Jah to come closer. Journey to the light and you will find your way. Trust in His teachings, not just when things seem bleak, but practice every day. Pray and pray.
Lift your heads above your shoulder. Journey to the light and you will find your way. From one Akeem, we're going to go into actually another Akeem. But before we do that, I just want to talk about the importance these days of a video to an artist. Back in the day, you had a song and that was fine. Today, videos are just as important, really, as the music is, as the song is. So I want to encourage videographers here in Grenada to work with artists and try to help them in producing quality videos. I know it's an expensive thing, so maybe get some kind of partnership going with the artists so that we have more videos in Grenada. We have lots of songs, but we could do with some more videos here in the music scene here in Grenada. And again, I know the prohibitive thing is the price, so that is something that you have to partner with the artists with, especially in these times where money is very, very, very scarce. So we're going to move into a lighter side of Akeem, and this one was done with Laura Alston. She was the video director. Cinematography by our own Teddy Frederick. And I love this line. He says, "Not even Usain Bolt can compete on this level." The song is called "When I Am With You," and it features some nice shots of Grenada. For those listening on the radio, it starts off with I think some goats and sheep going by, so I'll have to just talk over that time, so you won't hear the song immediately. But we're gonna go with Akeem, "When I'm With You."
I I'm with you. I feel like everything is alright when I'm with you. Cause you are my queen. The sun shines when I'm with you. There's no dark clouds inside when I'm with you. Embrace my future, feel so much brighter when I'm with you. Cause you are my queen. Yeah, me know. What you reap is what you sow. So I planted seeds like patient seeds, kindness seeds. Gave them attention and affection so love will grow. Flowers now in bloom again. Sweetest aroma, perfume again. Nurture the stems to the roots and then bask in the bliss, watch the fruits ascend. And we grow same time. Water your leaves as you water in mine. Simultaneously we're stimulating the fire inside our minds. Can I Shakespeare love this? Kinda love all your friends them doubted. Kinda love that can move any mountain. Joy overflow like fountain. Even though this love may make some people jealous, I ain't not insecure, not even thinking about them fellas. It's natural pursuing goal whether a woman or a medal, but not even using both competing on this level. I feel alive when I'm with you. I can't deny when I'm with you. I feel like everything is alright when I'm with you. Cause you are my queen. The sun shines when I'm with you. There's no dark clouds inside when I'm with you. Embrace my future, feel so much brighter when I'm with you. Cause you are my queen.
Akeem, back to back Akeem there. When I'm with you. And we, like I said, we have some special guests in the studio. We'll be talking to one of them right after the next song. Of course, her name is Tamara Songbird Sin Bernard, no stranger to any of us. And before we play her music and have a conversation with her, I want to play a different type of music, smooth jazz, and it shows the diversity of our talent here in Grenada. So this young man is the son of a good buddy of mine, Jude Hector, and you probably have heard of him, Jeremy Hector. He plays a really, really awesome guitar, and in the vein of smooth jazz, this one was produced by Eddie Bullen, another Grenadian out there in Toronto, Thunderbolt Studios in Toronto. And he also is no stranger to us. And this one by Jeremy is called Spray Bay. And it was recorded right here in Grenada. So let's hear Spray Bay. Yeah, the sound of Josh Hector. You know, he makes it look so easy, but to play on that level requires a lot of practice, a lot of work. And we have somebody in the studio who plays like that too, but that's going to come later on. We have a kind of a surprise there. Yeah, so I am sure you might see her now. She is in studio with me. Tamara Songbird is right here. There she is by my side. We're going to be chatting with her in a short. Before we do, though, we're going to play one of her videos. Actually, we played it last week and we played it again. It's called Jah Battle.
Sharp as razors, he's called depression. I want him to go away. Please let me be free. No negative thoughts, no evil thinking may come my way. I am the one who's going to win the battle. I'll put my love for soldiers and Jah would lead the way. Suicide is depression. Why suffer in silence? Speak out. Who can it be? Yeah, waiting until I'm crying. Sadness, you see, he's taking control of my mind. He's saying cut, he's saying kill. I can't stay still. Come on to me, Jah Jah. Come in and bless my life. Leave me alone as I walk home. No negative thoughts, no evil thinking may come my way. I am the one who's going to win the battle. I'll put my love for soldiers and Jah would lead the way. Thoughts, no evil thinking may come my way. I am the one who's going to win the battle. I'll put my love for soldiers and Jah would lead the way. Please let me be free. No negative thoughts, no evil thinking may come my way.
Bernard, Jah Battle, and she's here in studio with me. We're going to start talking to her. We're going to have a conversation. I use that word very carefully. I use that word for a reason. Conversation, not a chat, not a talk, a conversation. Coming soon.
Yes. Yes.
Welcome to the studio, Tamara.
Thank you for having me.
So why don't we start with that video? First of all, did you learn to ride a horse just for the video?
No. It has been a while since I rode one. The first place I remember riding a horse was in Prospect Park in New York. That was the first time I rode a horse ever. And I mean, I didn't do it. I probably did it once after that. So that was the third time, but there was a long period of not riding anything between that.
So I don't know if you were. I don't know if people could have heard you, but let's just make sure. So we were talking about the horse in the video,
Yeah.
and about her riding the horse, and she said no, she didn't just ride the horse for the video. She actually rode before that.
That's right.
Okay, so also in the background there, I mentioned there's a person in the studio. You saw him in the video who plays the guitar also, and that's of course is Javid Nichols, Wiggy, commonly called, aka Wiggy. So yeah, so tell us about that video and that song, Ja Battle.
Ja Battle is a song that is, well, when it debuted, it was about 11 years old actually. So it was a very old song, but it's one of the songs I decided, it means a lot to me, and I think they always tell you, you know, put God first in everything you do. So I feel like the best way to introduce myself and my music while giving people the perspective of what to expect was by starting off with that song, because that song helped me through a period of my time in my life where I felt like things were just going all over the place. And I decided to, you know, write that song instead of doing the obvious, which is when you're depressed, you feel to take your life, you feel to, you know, abuse drugs and so on. And I said, you know, let me put this on pen and paper. So most of my songs are for people to listen, but they're also used as reminders to myself.
Right.
You know, so anytime I feel a type of way, I would revert back to my songs, and then it would be a motivation to me, to inspire me to keep going and to remind me of my purpose. You know, so that's what my song is about, especially that song being the introduction song. I feel like I want different people, different cultures, different aspects to relate and to play the music. So keeping it clean, keeping it conscious, keeping it motivational, keeping it real, but still getting the message across.
Right. And Tamara, just 1 second. I'm going to just talk, and even though he's far away, I think he can hear me. I'm going to talk I'm talking to my master control guy to just tell him I'm hearing a little feedback. I hope that Tamara is coming over well, but in my headphones I'm hearing a bit of a feedback, and I don't know if he could just check on that for me to make sure that we, you know, what's coming over sounds good to people.
Of course.
Right. So moving on. I hear you about that song, and you know that's the whole great thing about music, to channel what you're feeling and your energies and what you're really going through. You can channel it into your music, and I think that's one great advantage that musicians have.
Oh yeah.
Because otherwise, you know, that could lead to a lot of other things. If you don't have music,
Of course.
you know, it could lead to drugs. It could lead to a lot of other things.
So that's how I
not
escape.
Exactly.
That's how I escape.
Exactly. So yeah. So, Your Majesty. Mixed emotions, huh?
Yeah.
Well, we got a whole bunch of things to talk about. Let's see what we. I understand that you have a new EP and a new video coming. So why don't we start there? Tell us about a new EP. I think the name is going to be Conversation.
The Conversation.
The Conversation. So let's start there.
So the conversation is long overdue, but everything in its time. So the name, let's start with the name, The Conversation. Jefferson was here. So myself, Jefferson, and Jenny J, we were heading up to go to the river because we felt like we needed to just kind of, you know, woosah and relax. And Jefferson was telling me that he met a guy with a tattoo called Remember the Conversation. And he said, yo, what I mean, you know? And the guy said he felt like before we were in human form, we had spiritual conversations with God, and God said, if you go into human form, you would be afraid to die. So you need to remember that there is life after death. So you have to remember this conversation. And I said to myself, this is so deep, man. Like, this is so deep. Because why I decided to give my EP that name is because I feel like that's what I'm having with every listener, a conversation. Because it's not just one particular style of reggae. It's not just one particular style of writing. It touches different topics, different aspects, and each single instrumental, each rhythm brings a feel, an emotion, you know. So
Right.
shout out to Keen Jules
Right.
for producing that whole masterpiece, because, you know,
The album was produced by Keen.
by Keen Jules. We,
Excellent.
Keen, myself, and Javid, and we stayed up mornings, nights, trying to get everything to match. And Keen just knows,
Yeah.
because we've worked together a very long time
Yes.
in the past, so he knows. And I said, you know what, everything begins and ends with a conversation. So the best way to title that EP is A Conversation. I think it's quite intriguing for anybody wondering why she's calling it A Conversation. When you purchase it and you listen to it, you'll understand the conversation. And after that, you'll be left asking yourself certain things. Are we allowing certain things to just sweep under the rug? Feeling love, wondering. So it's different aspects of different people's life, different inspirations I've pulled from all over. Close within my family, far apart from where I see things going haywire as it relates to different aspects of life. But the conversation is about having a conversation with the songbird and also having a conversation with yourself.
All right. And when is it going to drop, really?
It'll be available for purchase April the 23rd.
April
all
20
digital stores.
April 23rd.
Yes.
You mentioned Keen, Jules, you mentioned Wiggy, you know, people you've worked with. And let me go back a little bit. Were you an original member of FLOM, F-L-O-M?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's Tammy, that's Samantha Cole. I am the original singer for the Spice Rock band.
Well, yeah, well, I mean, that's where I know you from.
Yeah. So that's my affiliation.
Right. So, of course, I mean, that would have given you a lot of experience. I mean, you guys would have played with the best.
Yes.
Spice Rock was an amazing band.
yes.
You know, one of Grenada's top bands.
And that is where I met Keen, and that is where I met Javid. Yeah.
And you fronted the band. You were the singer. You were the singer. Yeah. So, what was your most memorable time with Spice Rock? The best concert you did? You know, the thing you remember.
To be quite honest, I think that every single time we performed was memorable. I could remember every single performance. The most memorable times with the band were times when we were not doing anything associated with music, but we were more getting to know each other. You know, cooking,
Right.
laughing, talking, just vibing,
Right.
you know. And that to me was the most memorable time with them, getting to know them personally, each and everybody's personality. A lot of them, they're like my brothers, and you know, Javid is my other half. So it's been a beautiful journey with Spice Rock, you know, tears, laughter, and the amazing shows, getting to meet so much A-list celebrities who actually see the potential in me and the band, and they believe in it, and they say, you know, you guys, we didn't think you guys were local. So those feedback and those interactions, timeless.
There were two bands in Grenada that impressed me, and Spice Rock being one, the other one being Soul Deep.
Yeah.
With Jeremy before you there. To me, those are the two bands in recent times that have really, really, you know, exposed the quality of musicianship and singing and performance and entertainment that we have here in Grenada.
Yeah.
But talking about celebrities you met while playing with Spice Rock, who is the one that you know, probably always liked and always wished you met and you actually did meet?
Oh boy. I always wanted to meet Titana. Always wanted to meet Titana. I knew her back vocalist before. I knew him online, so we always used to talk. So when he came here and they were sound checking, he recognized me. And they said, "Hi Clive, how you doing?" You know. And then Itana came and I was like, yes, I get to meet Itana, because she's somebody that I think we have the same path.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So
I hear Itana in you.
yeah, she's
I mean,
somebody I love dearly. And then there was Elaine. Elaine is another one too. Yeah. And there's a lot of people that I look up to, but you see, Elaine, Itana. I have yet to meet Tessan, which is another favorite of mine.
Tessan Chin.
Yeah, I love Tessan. And Roman is my boy. So these two women, yes, definitely.
So these are the kinds of people you listen to
Yes.
and have the most and kind of influence
Yes.
your sound and
Yes.
your music.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear it. I totally get it. Yeah, so The EP, how many songs are going to be on that?
There are 6 songs.
6 songs?
Yes.
And you're going to share anything else, share the names of the songs now, or are you going to wait?
There's already 2 songs out, Jabattle and Play On. They also belong to the EP. And then there is Wonder, and Wonder speaks about wondering how people make it through the day. You know, you see somebody and they seem pretty okay. They look healthy and good on the outside, but inside they're struggling. So it's wondering how they make it, you know. And it's a song that speaks a lot about judging people. And then there is also Distance, which is featuring Javid Nichols. So it's Tamara's song, but featuring Javid Nichols. And that speaks about allowing people to come into your space, into your circle, protecting your energy at all costs, keeping your circle small, focusing on building yourself, building your team. That's what Distance is about. So it has an old school kind of Maxi Priest, Shabba Ranks kind of feel. That Keen again outdid himself on that.
Nice.
There is Protect Our Future. Protect Our Future is one of my favorite songs. The bass was done by Gerard Nelson. And Protect Our Future speaks on protecting our children. You know, there's too many things happening with our children, too many things being swept under the rug, and it basically speaks about that, protecting our future, because the children are our future. So it speaks on that. And then there's Good Love, and Good Love speaks, I mean, the name says it all.
Just good love.
Good love. It's just having that person around you that makes you feel complete, and you're just having a good time. I kind of compared a lot of what I wanted to say to like honey and brown sugar, so using a lot of sweet things to compare the emotion and the feeling.
I hope you have ice cream in there too, you know.
So Good Love is a lovers rock reggae, and it's super. All the songs are my favorite. I don't have a favorite, which is funny because every time I choose, okay, this one is my favorite, and then I listen to the other one, I'm like, oh. You know. So y'all just need to purchase that EP when it comes out, because every single song is amazing. Every single song is different. Don't expect the same flow. There's some that have a little bit of dubbing and, you know, out of the box.
Seems like you're really happy with the final production.
I am.
I could tell in your, you know, the way you describe it in your voice.
And the cover art was done by Teddy Frederick, and he captured exactly what we wanted, which is to have myself taken several times having conversations. So the EP cover is really beautiful. It's really nice. The cover art is amazing.
Do you, I mean, it probably is self-explanatory, but you consider yourself a reggae singer, right? Or just a singer, you know? Tell me how that goes.
I consider myself unique because although I may be singing reggae, I use a lot of my influence, which is not only reggae but R&B. You know, because R&B was my first love.
Okay.
And then my dad always used to listen to a lot of Garnet Silk, Half Pint, you know, Gregory Isaac. So me blending the two makes me unique, because I have a lot of soul also from my experience with church. And so there's these 3 genres that I always place into anything that I do.
So you merge them all, and that's your song.
Yeah, that's my song.
Yeah, and you could hear it. I mean, your range, the way you phrase, a lot of things. I mean, just so it's very, very special. And I mean, you have, I respect you every time. I mean, you have a lot of really, you're a wonderful singer.
Thank
and
you.
I enjoy hearing all your tracks. My favorite for the longest while has been Play On.
Yes.
And of course, the one we did together.
Yes.
I always enjoy
I've
that
got
too.
you,
I've
yes.
got you. Yeah, I love it. So what else you wanted? So people remember April
23rd. Yes.
And you know, you said something they should purchase, and you know, really and truly, I want to mention that. It's really good to support artists. It costs a lot of money to produce music, to make music. And try to, you know, pay for a download or try to purchase the EP rather than just, you know, trying to get it for free. It really would help.
Exactly.
Yeah, so and if you want to speak to that at all.
I mean, they say you have to look out for your friends, and I think that friends helping friends means that you support them, and not just support them as in me sending a song for free and you're pushing it. It means also purchasing, because the availability of these songs online are not expensive. You understand?
True.
So that small contribution that you're sending, we only get a small percentage of that. We're not getting that $1 purchase that you're seeing, you understand?
Right.
And people don't understand that we give more than we get
Absolutely.
every single time. So I encourage people, go out, support artists, purchase the songs. The qualities of songs you're getting when you purchase is different from when you go online and you just go and download something off of the internet. The quality is always less. So if you want that good quality and that good sound, then you go ahead and purchase it. Support your friends, support local, support each other. These things make a great difference.
And it's not a lot of money, like you said. It's like, probably $1.99 US.
Exactly.
It's not a lot of money, and that artist does not get the full amount, like you just said.
No.
A small portion, a sort of volume is really important. The number of people who don't pay to download,
Streaming
who
and sharing,
and
yes.
share. That's what matters, volume. So please support the artists that way.
Yes.
All of the artists.
Yes.
Right. So there are two big rhythms that have just hit Grenada.
Oh, yeah.
Country rock rhythm, and then we have a young man who should have going to be talking to next who did the Journey rhythm. So these rhythms have come out back to back almost.
Yeah.
And you're on both of them.
I am on both
And you're
of
on both of them. So I'm going to play for our audience a little bit of the country rock rhythm, and then we're going to talk about your version on it, your track on it. So,
Let's go.
yeah, let us do that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so, wow. So that song, I don't know if they've been hearing it on radio or TV, but had just played, they probably heard it on radio.
Yeah.
We just played a little bit of Mixed Emotions, which is your version on that country rock rhythm. It's a beautiful rhythm. I love that rhythm. Big up to Skyper.
Big up your whole self, Skyper.
You know, boy, the police band has really, really birthed a lot of great talent here in Grenada. I call it the music school of Grenada, really and truly, because Skyper's dad is Basie, who started with the police band, plays with the Heatwave band, bass player for Heatwave band, and everybody knows Basie. And then also right in the studio we have Pecklin, who is like young Peck,
Yes.
whose dad also was in the police band, saxophone player, Casimir Thomas, yeah.
Yes.
So police band. Javid, you were in a police band too?
No. Negative.
With a mix,
Yeah.
right? With a mix, right? So yeah, so tell us about Mixed Emotions. I like the name of that song. Mixed Emotions.
Mixed emotions. I do pretty well with deadlines. I like to, for some reason, kind of push myself to write in a certain period of time. I think that's when I write the best songs, under pressure. So Mixed Emotions came about because I was looking at two scenarios close to home and in my circle, and I said, I know exactly how that person is feeling, or I could at least imagine how that situation is, you know. So I kind of took two situations I saw and placed it in a song, and that's how Mixed Emotions came about, because I feel like at some period in your life everybody can relate to having mixed emotions about something, whether it be someone, some situation, or something, you know. So I see fire in your eyes is like saying, yes, I understand you love me, but you're doing your due, you know. And then you come home, you smile, and I'm all good again, because maybe the way you smile, the way you smell, the way we talk is something that melts my heart, and I get back to feeling in love and butterfly zone all over again. But then you leave and I know exactly where you're going, you know.
Right.
So it's just keeping it, as I say in the song, it's just keeping it real.
Keeping it real. Yeah, so I mean, basically, a lot of artists do that. You take other people's experiences as well and incorporate it and sing about that. It's a really nice track. It's a beautiful rhythm. Again, I can't. I mean, I really, when I heard that, I'm like, wow, that's like top grade, high grade.
It is.
Yeah, man. I mean, young guys, you know, there's so many young producers, so it's really nice to see the youth, you know.
Yeah.
Like my man Pecklin here in the studio, who we're going to talk to in a while. Pecklin tells me he's 18 years old. I mean,
Yeah.
You know.
I don't want to say he's a baby because, you know, he's
and Skype, you know, young guy again.
Yes.
So we really have some really young,
Yes.
great producers, musicians. And this program, that's what, you know, we're going to introduce them all to you, all our producers, all our musicians. And by the way, I want to big up some people too. I want to shout out some people like Hervin Hood, a guy I've worked with a lot, a great song engineer. I also want to say hi to my man Impulse, Impulse Productions, and also Godson Brown. I want to say hi to Godson.
Hi, Godson.
Well.
Hi,
and of course Keenan, you big him up already.
Yes, man.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, Tamar, as a female artist in Grenada, or as an artist generally, and then as a female artist, what has been your biggest challenge?
My biggest challenge has been getting people to be receptive of my style. You know, I feel like we keep using the excuse that we like carnival, we like soca, we like, you know, as an excuse not to push other genres of music. And we all listen different genres of music because you see people's personalities through what they post on social media, and whether we like it or not, whether we want to believe it or not, social media says a lot about you as a person based on what you post and based on your interest and so on. So a lot of us say, oh well, we post just because. No, we post because something has piqued our interest and we're reposting it. So I've seen a lot of people say, okay, why don't you do soca? The only way you're going to make it in Grenada is to sing a soca rhythm. And I'm like, please.
It's not you.
It's just not me.
You, right.
We have to understand what is for us, and we have to stick to what is for us. There are certain times you come out of your comfort zone, but it doesn't mean you entirely step out into something different. You can find something that's different within that same kind of genre, within that same style, and merge it and fuse it and still maintain who you are. So one of the biggest challenges I've faced is having people to understand the direction in which I'm going. I'm not going to speak about wine your waist and roll your stomach. That's it's not just my thing. When that season reach and it's time for mass, is mass. But me as an artist, I think that my purpose personally is to be relatable, to relay a message. Is a message. I feel like I was brought on this earth to deliver a message, and I have to do that, and I wouldn't feel fulfilled if I didn't do just that. So it's about love, it's about real life situations, it's about poverty, it's about getting real and getting down and getting into things that happen every day. You know, it's not something seasonal. I want to be a timeless artist. I want my music, even after I'm dead and gone, for my music to be out there for years and years and years and years and years, you know. So my thing is creating timeless music. It's not just, as I say, for the hype or whatever, but one of the major things I've faced is that. Having people understand, having people see the direction, having people saying, okay, Tammy, you're going so, we're going so. Not coming and telling me, oh, let's do soca, let's do this, and it's just not my thing.
Right. And you know, that is the point of this program, to really feature artists like you, artists who, you know, are not stuck in the main genre of Grenada, which is fine. We have no problem with it. We love our soca, we love our calypso, but we also know that we are a lot more than that. We can do anything. We have classical Grenadian singers.
Of course.
One living right here in Grenada.
Of
you know,
course.
we have reggae singers. We have gospel singers. We even have country, you know, country Joe.
Yeah, yeah.
So if we could be anywhere. We could be in Nashville. We could be in a big state. We could be anywhere. And we shouldn't limit ourselves.
Yes.
And you know, it's not everybody going to be just into the, you know, jam and wine. Those songs, you know, even though they're fun and they're great, they do not stand the test of time. Many of them do not. So it's very seasonal and it's very limited, actually.
Exactly.
Because you got to just put out something for like 2 months, 3 months, and then that's the end of that.
That's the end of it.
Know?
That's the end of it.
So yeah,
I have a friend that lives in Canada, and he said, I don't know what they're giving all in Grenada in that water, but Grenada's talent is unmatched, and it's so much talent on this little rock, and I stand by that too, because my friends, you understand, my friends, not just singers, but musicians and producers and engineers, and it's a lot of us, a lot of creatives, different aspects of being a creative, the painters, cover graphic designers, wardrobe.
Yes.
Dense. Grenada is dense, and we're not talking about just you get up and you just sew something. To perfectionists, you know, people that have vision. Grenada is.
Yeah, I mean it's a whole bunch of people to make all this come together.
Yes.
Know? It's a whole infrastructure and many different types of people, the videographers, the musicians, the producers, the graphic artists, a whole bunch of people. People don't realize how many people
have to come together
to do this.
To do a production,
it's a whole lot.
It's a lot involved.
But what you said is really, very interesting. And again, I hear what you're saying about, you know, just trying to be a different artist within Grenada.
Yes.
It is a challenge, and it's one we will overcome, because I think you're already overcoming it, actually.
Yes.
And you're already overcoming it, you know. BBC One, and, you know,
staying
extra.
True to yourself is most important, you know.
You'll be there.
The minute time you start bending for somebody,
it won't be,
everybody else is going to make sure you try to bend for them too.
Exactly.
So it's just sticking to you, staying true to you all the time.
Now, the other rhythm that you were on is the Journey rhythm.
Yes.
With my man here in studio. Let's hear a little piece of your song on that rhythm. I think I have it here.
Yes.
That one is called Overcome.
Yes.
What are you overcoming in that one?
So much. It's not me alone overcoming, but it's for anybody who's in a situation that they feel they cannot get out of. It's a reminder to them as well to know that this too shall pass. So, I mean, it's perfect timing with the situation for St. Vincent. It's a way to kind of, you know, just remind you guys that it's not going to stay the same. It's going to get better, and we shall overcome. I can, you can, we can overcome. Right.
I think this morning, or yes, this morning I heard that the volcano, they think it has stopped erupting. Let's hope that it's a permanent stop.
Let's hope.
Let's just keep our fingers crossed for St. Vincent. Let's hear a little bit of Overcome. Journey rhythm, Tamara Songbird, St. Bernard, produced by the man
Peck Lynn.
Yeah. The young Peck. All right.
And everything around seems to be going wrong. Know that meditation. Never let another break your vibration. Don't stay down on words elevation. Take a few minutes, pray on the situation. In time you get your revelation. Don't fear, exercise some patience. In soon time the right time will come. Blessings overflowing and then some say I can't.
Tamara, I like it. And you know, you gotta sing a little piece on it. You gotta sing on this. Here we go. You don't get headphones.
I do not, so I don't know where we are at this point.
We can overcome no matter how tough it is. Tamara Songbird St. Bernard on the brand new Journey Rhythm. Yeah, so you got a rhythm and this just came, right?
Yeah, well, he sent it. He sent it, right? And I said, how you feel about getting back Friday? That's what I told you. And he was like, already? You should take your time. I think that's what I was like, nah, man, this thing speak to me already.
Yeah, the rhythm speaks to you, huh?
And one time, well, Javed and I have this thing where we go to the beach and we pop the back of the van, we sit down and we compose everything. So he proofreads a lot of my stuff, you know. I'll be like, the song had to have 2 syllables. It wouldn't feel right with 3 syllables, you know. It wouldn't bounce the same. So it's a lot of intricate kind of details. And that song was quite easy because I think I was feeling a bit defeated by a lot of things. I was just
that time, you mean?
I was just heavily overwhelmed. And I said, you know what, I can overcome. I could do this. I can do it. You can. We can, you know. And that's why it said, never wait on the last till you've got nothing left to get on your knees. Jah would see you through and through. So there's a lot of reminders to myself in that song. So you want me to do it a cappella then?
Why not? Yeah, let's do it. For the Grenadian people.
Let me make sure my morning voice is okay.
Yes.
Sometimes life may get you down, and everything around seems to be going wrong. Know that it would never last, no. 'Cause Jah got it in his hands. Me tell you, keep a positive and firm meditation. Never let another break your vibration. Don't stay down on words elevation. Take a few minutes, pray on the situation. In time you'll get your revelation. Don't fear, exercise some patience. In soon time the right time will come. Blessings overflowing and then some say I can. Overcome. Say I can. Oh yes, I can. You can. We can overcome.
Yeah, we can overcome. Really, really positive lyrics. Real inspirational lyrics. And, you know, kind of lyrics that could help people out of any kind of situation. And like you said, that's what it's all about.
And that's my purpose.
Yeah.
That is my purpose.
Tamara, it's been an absolute pleasure having you in studio
Thank
here
you so
on
much.
Greenz Music to the World.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
we look forward to the new EP. And people support Tamara's new EP. It's gonna, you heard her. It's gonna be real nice, right? I've heard a couple of tracks myself, so I'm telling you. Any last? What do you want to say to your fans, friends, family?
My fans, my friends, my family know that I love you guys so much. My son, Jarrell Peters, you mean the world to me.
How old is your son?
He's 7.
Okay.
Yes, and he's also my biggest critique, my biggest fan, number one.
Okay.
And then you have, big up to Javid who's here. He's my equal, and all the hard work and thing that I do, he's the person pushing me in the back to get things done, you know.
Right.
So he's a very important person in my life. Big up to Pecklin, Peck Jones, Eugene, big up to Teddy, big up to John, Expert Studios Day, Mix and Master, the EP. Big up to the Ministry of Culture, because you guys, I have a lot of friends in there, and they highly motivate me, you know. Big up to Lois. I see Lois, Jonathan, Roach.
Everybody there,
Big up
right?
the whole squad, Jackie Bailey, the whole team, Renelle. Big up Cindy, who sews my outfits for my videos. She's amazing. Big up your whole self. Big up the West Point team. Big up Regeneration Band. There's so many people I want to big up. Big up my mom, Avis St. Bernard, my dad, Winston St. Bernard, my son, Jarrell, my brothers, everybody, and all who support the movement. Big up to each and every one of you for always, you know, showing me that love when it comes to things like that, because I have a saying, and it says that music is the mission. It's not a competition, it's a mission, you know. And singing to me is like breathing, and music is air. This is how important it is to me. So I want you guys to tap yourself on the back for being an awesome support system, riding with me. We have much more to do. We have the whole globe to take over. So share it up, keep the love going, and remember to pay attention to your mental health. I just wanted to throw that out there, especially in this time. Pay attention to your mental health. And if you're having problems, get help, because we're all in this together, yeah?
Well spoken, you know. You're a pretty amazing artist, a very serious person too, and
Thank you.
I really respect you. I respect you as an artist a whole lot.
Thank you.
So you're welcome back here, Greenz Music to the World, anytime, as you know.
Definitely.
Yeah. So right now we're gonna play a video. Why don't we just do Jonathan's? I'm just saying this to talk to my brother over at Master Control. Why don't we just do this while we switch chairs and we bring Pecklin in? We're going to play Jonathan Francis's video Till the Morning Time, and then we'll bring Pecklin on to chat with us. So, Master Control, if you're hearing me, yeah, it's yeah. So, Master Control, you can just play a video, and then we will bring the next person on for a chat.
In my eyes, I get that warm feeling. I feel it in my bones. You got a beautiful heart. You look so appealing from your head to your toes. When you smile at me, I feel so assured. Yes, girl, I would hold you in my arms and never let go. I do. I wanna love you till the morning time. Love you. I wanna love you, baby, so you know you're mine. So you know you're mine. You don't even need no makeup. You can always take all of my time. And even though we shake up, we will never break up. We'll put our hearts in the line. Baby girl, I love waking up next to you. I put a ring on your finger. I'm gonna marry you. I do. I wanna love you till the morning time. Yeah. know you're by my side. I never feel lonely. When I feel love is I wanna love you till the morning time. Yeah, love you. I wanna love you, baby, so you know you're mine. So you know you're mine.
Francis, till the morning time. We a different person in the chair now. We've just switched to Petlin. Real name.
Siobhan Thomas.
Siobhan Thomas, and of course you're the brother of Peg Jones.
Yep.
And the son of
Casimir
Thomas. So
Correct.
you have a real nice new rhythm on here, and Tamara just sang on it, the Journey Rhythm. Tell us about how that came about.
The Journey Rhythm. This, well, I was there home, I think early this year. That is just before school come back. And I got a call from Patrick Roach. That's one of the artists on the rhythm itself. And when he always calls me and show me vibes, you know. So he called me, he say, Peck. I say, yo bro, he say, I have an idea for a song, an uplifting song, you know, to tell people to stay strong, you know, people who has challenges and stuff, to stay strong and so on. So he shared a little piece of the melody with me, and I said, bro, I've got you. I said, music I like, music I play, I want to be a producer, so why not give it a try? I went on Peck laptop and I started producing it. And I sent it to him, and he say, boy, you make that already? I say, well, I always home making thing and deleting so Peck can see a thief in a chance. I make something and I delete it. So I say, I know how about. So after fixing it up, making it, I send it to the artist, and well, Tammy was the first person I sent it to after Roach. Yeah. I was kinda unsure about it. I say, wow, I hope Tammy like it, boy. She say it was good. And when I heard she say, I'll get it back by Friday. I say, what? I say, already? I say, you know what? I'll make this an official project. I got assistance from my brother Peg Jones to mix and master. Javin Nichols did the guitar.
Oh, Javin on guitar, okay.
And as you can see, it's a successful release. Yeah.
Let's take a little bit of Roach's version on it. It's called Stay Strong.
Stay strong.
We surely take care of it all. Stay strong, my people, call on the Most High God. Stay strong, my people, cause all is not lost. Stay strong, my people, Jah won't leave us undone. Stay strong, my people, stay strong. There are days we go about without a prayer, then asking ourselves what's wrong with us today. Not realizing to talk to the Father and feeling hopeless from there on after. But when our life is an answer, talk to Jah and He will come and after us. So stay strong, my people, call on the Most High God.
Stay strong, my people, call on the Most High God. Nice inspirational song. And Roach was the first person to really encounter with this song. So you're 18 years old.
Yep.
You attend TAMCC.
Yeah.
And you've been around music for all your life, I would think. Oh no.
Yes, I've been around music all my life, but as my father said, I started I started kind of. They wasn't sure if I would have adapted the music because I used to get licks to play music.
Yeah. Wow,
because you see, the thing is, right? Daddy played sax.
Right, in the
police band. Since I was small. Well, I live in West Star, right? I used to live opposite the pastor. So normally when Seventh-day Adventists have the crusade, I hear in the drum the deep kind of frequency, you know? And I was driving the band. I don't want to play no sax. I want to play the drum.
Right.
And bass, anything with low frequency.
Yeah, you like that.
Right. So at the time I didn't have access to such instrument. So only record and sax and stuff and clarinet. And he used to force me to play it. But after a while you realize, well, they can't force somebody to do what they don't want to do. But I don't know where it came from, but a motivation took me at a time. My cousin, I have a cousin. Everything, when I was small, everything she do, I want to do it too. So she playing a recorder. I said, no, if she playing that, I have to play it too. Yeah, but God blessed me with a natural ear. I didn't know how to play the instrument. All I knew, I used to see Daddy showing her the finger positions. She played her scale. Da, 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 da. Take the record and I go in the room. I playing for myself, ta, ta, playing whole note. I walk it out until I get the scale. I come and say, Daddy, Daddy, Daddy. I could play that too. I could play that. I played it. And from since then, I just picked up on clarinet. I played in the National School Orchestra for at least 2 years. And I started playing keyboard and stuff late, like in Form 3. Yeah, so I play clarinet, sax, keyboard, drum, bass, guitar, you know. Very versatile and stuff,
You grew up in it, so I mean, even though you didn't take it up early, there with you. So when, by the time you're ready, it just came naturally. Real nice, real nice. And in terms of the music software, you use Logic?
Logic Pro,
Okay. And this track here, is it all built in Logic? And did you add, it has other instruments added to it? So is the sax, for example, the brass, is that live?
Right, so yes, everything is live. The little sax solo here in the introduction is by my musical brother. We started off playing music together.
Your brother, right?
No. Like, that's Jared Bartholomew.
Oh, Mystic Sax.
Right, yes. I said I had to give him.
Yeah, man. Good play, boy.
And in the brass here in the chorus, him and I did the brass together.
Okay, so you're playing the brass.
We played the brass sax? Live. Yeah, sax.
And 2 saxes.
Yeah, alto and soprano sax.
Nice. So you can handle yourself on the sax. You can handle yourself on the clarinet. Well, you know, it's the one thing about me. I can play all kind of instruments. I can play, you can name me, I can play them, including violin. But the only instrument I can't play is blowing instruments. Sax.
Well, you're blessed, man.
Sax and drum, to me, that's too much work, boy.
He said violin and he said sax is too much work.
But no, violin is hard because no frets. But sax, man, this kind of, especially trumpet, I can't handle them blowing instruments. So I have a lot of respect for people who play blowing instruments because I can play everything except those. But the track is really nice, and like I said, I think it's going to reach far. You have some great artists on it, you know, Roach, Tamara, and there's a young guy on it I didn't know. Who is that guy?
Well, his singing name is JC, but his name is James Stafford.
Okay.
Yeah, James Stafford.
But I like his song.
Yeah, he's also a musician. He plays drum and keyboard and stuff too. But he has a natural singing ability.
Right. Jonathan is on the rhythm too.
Jonathan is also on the rhythm.
Jonathan Francis. Who else is on the rhythm?
And there was this new artist. I don't know if people would have realized. By the name of Shauna McNeil.
Right.
She released a new song called What If a couple weeks ago. She's very, very good.
Yeah, I know.
She's very good.
Yeah, we played her music on the program here.
Grenada has a lot of new generation talent coming up. A lot. Music wouldn't die early.
Right.
It will stay.
Absolutely. Well, we're gonna wish you good luck with Journey Rhythm, and again, there are 2 rhythms, just within a week. Journey and also the Country Rock. So both of them are really nice rhythms, and we wish you good luck, and you can come back anytime, and let us know your next project.
Have a lot.
Share it with us.
Have a lot.
And this will give you some good inspiration to keep going now as well. So this is your first major production.
Yes,
that you put out
this
there?
is my first independent project. I did, well, my brother is Peck Jones, so I do a little thing with him. I did the bass. I'm the original bass player for CPL.
Oh, okay.
Nick,
You play bass on that?
I
Nice,
did the
nice.
bass on that track
Nice,
and stuff.
nice. A great track, boy.
Yeah.
We love the soca here.
Yeah,
We love the soca, and just that we want to just play little stuff. But I mean, soca we have it place.
It has its time.
Place and time. And what I think the soca artists should try to do, and as well as the soca artists should try to also make some songs, and I know some of them have, that could last the whole, eternally, rather than just seasonal. Try to make. But a song like that was a classic, man. That CPR was a real classic. Very, very nice. So listen, thanks for coming through. And I mentioned her name Nana G to a couple of you, and I don't think you knew her. So we're gonna ask Master Control to play Nana G Is a Lot, she called it. So we're gonna move on to playing the video of Nana G Is a Lot. She had a song also called Ghetto People. So Master Control, we want to go to Nana G.
Yo, Greenz Gates. Another G. Is a lot. Is a lot. Tell me what you think about that. Is a lot in this world. Anywhere you go, bad friend come around. Is a lot in this world. Anywhere you go, bad mind come around. Them want you. Mislead and abuse you, then try trick you, and after get rid of you. Is a lot in this world. Anywhere you go, bad friend come around. Is a lot in this world. Anywhere you go, bad mind come around. Them want use you, mislead and abuse you, then try trick you, and after get rid of you. Say them are my friend, but them are power with the enemy. Them not say them are my friend, and them I wish to see my life end. This life full of problem. Wicked people, me try keep away from them. When you're doing good, it hurt them. Lad, it just a mad them. Cause them to pretend.
My pretend.
Pretend to be your friend. Pretend to be your friend.
Yeah, stay away from them people in this energy. You check?
Yeah.
Because why? She was like to talk about you behind your back and thing, Nana G. Now a good friend to watch her, you check? Yes, they say she hand dirty and thing. So,
Serious?
yes, yeah, they say Nana G hand dirty, boy.
It's a lot in this world. Anywhere you go, bad friend come around. It's a lot in this world. Anywhere you go, bad mind come around. Them want use ya, mislead and abuse ya, then try trick ya, and after get rid of you. It's a lot in this world. Anywhere you go, bad friend come around. It's a lot in this world. Anywhere you go, bad mind come around. Them want use ya, mislead and abuse ya, then try trick ya, and after get rid of you. One time, two times, three times, it happened so much time. Memory pile up in my mind. I scream, I cry, I suffocated. I was so trained, I thought to die, I was going. I gave without counting, without even cheating, without expecting anything but the stabbing. My love can be diminished, my vibe can be diminished. It's a lot of trouble in this world. It's a lot, their hearts so cold. It's a lot of trouble in this world. It's a lot, their hearts so cold. It's a lot in this world. Anywhere you go, bad friend come around. It's a lot in this world. use you, mislead and abuse you, then try trick you, and after get rid of you. No say them are me friend, but them are power with the enemy them. No say them are me friend, and them I wish to see my life end. This life full of problem, wicked people me try keep away from them. When you're doing good, it a hurt them, lad. It just a mad them, call them to pretend, 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 pretend. Pretend, 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 pretend to be your friend. Pretend, 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 pretend. Pretend, 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 pretend to be your friend. It's a lot in this world, anywhere you go, bad friend come around. It's a lot in this world, anywhere you go, bad mind come around. Them want use ya, mislead and abuse ya, then try trick ya, and after get rid of you. It's a lot in this world, anywhere you go, bad friend come around. It's a lot in this world, anywhere you go, bad mind come around. Them want use ya, mislead and abuse ya, then try trick ya, and after get rid of you. It's a lot, it's a lot, it's a lot of trouble in this world. It's a lot, it's a lot, it's a lot, them heart so cold. It's a lot, it's a lot, it's a lot of trouble in this world. It's a lot, it's a lot, it's a lot, them heart so cold. It's a lot, a lot.
Nana G is a lot in truth, you know. It's a lot, yeah, pressure. Yes. Anyway, we have another youngster. He's like really hotting up Grenada coming up. Everybody knows him by now. His name is Young Poet. He gave us Sweetie Sweetie and other great tracks from the Carnage, 23 years old. And let's bring in Young Poet.
Cause she's different from the mother. Opens up her closet and it's filled up with designer clothes. She's always in the top shit, so pretty that she's always on the topic. Oh, she ain't even got a cop shit, pulling up in the drop shit. Sweetie, sweetie, sweetie. Must say your body fine, my girl, honey, dreamy, dreamy, dreamy. Me have to tell you one more time that it's sweetie, sweetie, sweetie. Must say your body fine like oh, honey, dreamy, dreamy, dreamy. Me have to give you all my love. Me have to give you all my love. Now won't you swing my way? She said only if I fall for you. I can't see no other. All I see is you. Pull up in the whip, I got the top, hey. Tryna get it close to me like this Bombay. I love her more than Jesse, love Beyonce. Speaking about Jesse, I need Beyonce. She got me hooked, I let me that down. Got all that ass in the back, like whoa. Shorty ain't the average, cause she living lavish. Making all these other niggas just look broke. Bitches running up on her, better put on the red light. You might be a casualty nigga, so got your hair right. Shorty just the top of the top, cause she's a boss, right? But I'm the nigga she living with, so that shit alright.
sweetie, sweetie, sweetie. Me say your body fine, my girl, and you dreamy, dreamy, dreamy. Me have to tell you one more time, girl, you sweetie, sweetie, sweetie. I love. Me say your body fine like oh, and you dreamy, dreamy, dreamy. Me have to give you all my love.
Soon as well, and we need to look out for that young poet. Yeah, sweetie, sweetie, sweetie. Okay, so we're gonna have a not sure if I'm hearing myself here. So yeah, young poet, sweetie, sweetie, sweetie. I hear people are asking for Jonathan's song on that new rhythm, the Journey rhythm. We'll have that right after we talk with our special guest out of New York. His name is, of course, Sammy G. He's a rapper, Grenadian by birth. Used to be called Gangster Sammy back in the day. I'm glad he got rid of the gangster part. We respect that. We're going to play his video first, and then we'll have, he's up on the Zoom. So we're going to play his video, and then we'll talk to Sammy G out of New York. So we'll play his video first. Yeah, Master Control, be ready for Sammy G. Anytime you're ready.
Yeah, Sammy G. Yeah, hey, they were living through the trauma. Hey, they were living through the trauma one time from the rah. Hey, they were living through the trauma. Hey, they were living through the trauma. And I don't know why. We've been victimized, not a surprise, but black lives matter. You criminalizing the blackness, but black lives matter. Yeah, and they were living through the trauma. Hey, they were living through the trauma. Hey, they were living through the trauma. Let us live. Excessive heat is escalated than it's ever been. Extra victims on the screen, example Ferguson. Plot to extinct, Generation X is what I seen. Little Kiki executed before 17. George Floyd, Michael Brown, Sean Bell, Trayvon Martin, Ahmaud Arbery, Eric Garner, Breonna Taylor, Donja Hamilton. Executed like Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. And that explains why Shannon Miles couldn't let go of the pen. Repercussions, no excuses will be costly. The kill Charles got Durant like you got Cosby. And Middle Pipe got him shot, they say he lost it. 50 years ago was kingdom, we exhausted. Expensive dwell, but we excel because of excellence. Experience starvation, except it wasn't land. I hate emancipation, except for what it meant. An ex don't expect reparation from the government. Why? We've been victimized, not a surprise, but black lives matter. You criminalizing the blackness, but black lives matter. Yeah, and they were living through the trauma. Hey, they were living through the trauma. Hey, they were living through the trauma. Let us live. Emmanuel Church down south gets a third talk. We might as well live in hell or walk in the park. The support made him rich, he got so many stacks. Dylan Roof shot like 9 and they all was black. In this verse, I'm cursed about Stephen Clark. The autopsy showed precisely though it was so dark. Those images so disturbing make a fire spark. And shorty wasn't armed, they gave him 8, 6 in the back. In Marjorie Douglas High, Sampson case got shot. They say that Nick was insane, that's why he attacked. Florida got love for guns and I ain't talking Glocks. All homie got mail a lot, it's just see the stacks. Alton Sterling, he got murdered, let me tell you that. Baton Rouge, dirty cops who been kicking rocks. Shot and restrained at close range, nigga, that's a fact. Black Louisiana not safe. We've been victimized, not a surprise, but black lives matter. You criminalizing the blackness, but black lives matter. Yeah, and they were living through the trauma. Hey, they were living through the trauma. Hey, they were living through the trauma. Let us live. We are human with the justice in the air we breathe. So if it's on, go to jail for more than selling weed. Same crime, different time, and I succeed. How you got a better job, you can't even read. Fight for freedom, man, I do it till my body bleed. And take heed, straight bullets if the war proceed. In the streets it's getting hotter, that's a fact indeed. To see that everybody getting dread, I got the lead. With it houses, plenty cars and clothes, agreed. We're gonna see a better day, that's a guarantee. We've been oppressed, still the best built a pyramid. More standing and I'm standing on every creed. When we march, so much legs like a centipede. And when we breed, greatness in every seed. Powerful Black Panthers, we must succeed and know that our ancestors did for us to do it for the kids. Why? We've been victimized, not a surprise, but Black Lives Matter. You criminalizing the blackness, but Black Lives Matter. Yeah, and they were living through the trauma. Hey, they were living through the trauma. Hey, they were living through the trauma. Let us live. And I don't know why. We've been victimized, not a surprise, but Black Lives Matter. You criminalizing the blackness, but Black Lives Matter. We gotta get it right. Yeah, and they were living through the trauma. Hey, they were living through the trauma. Hey, they were living through the trauma. Let us live. We gotta know why.
Sammy G, I don't know why, and we have him by Zoom out there in New York. Sammy, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, I can hear you too, man. Welcome to Greenz Music to the World. A pleasure to have you on the show, man.
Thanks for having me.
Man, your track, I don't know why, man. It's a powerful, powerful piece of music. Wow. Tell us about it. Tell us about that track.
Well, it's relevant, you know.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of stuff happening right now, you know, involving Black people and the police in particular.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I mean, it's not a nice situation, but we have to deal with it regardless.
Right.
You know, so I think the least I could have done was, you know, put it in a song to at least let people know what's really happening. They don't experience it, because I experienced it, you know.
Of course.
Right.
Yeah, well, it's George Floyd, it's now Dante Wright, and it's just continuous. It's like never stopping, you know. Something's got to stop. Something has got to give, you know.
Well, that's what we hope.
Go ahead, man. Mm-hmm.
That's what we're hoping for.
Yeah. Yes. You know. But tell us about, remind us really about Sammy G. So I remember the days like when you so give us a story, man, from the beginning to where you're at.
I used to be gangster Sammy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I started doing music in 2000.
Right.
My first song was actually 2002. That was River Road with General PP and Creeper.
Right, River Road. Yes.
Yeah. You know, I have to shout out General PP first of all, because, you know, without him, I wouldn't really be here right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people helped me along the way, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, I've been here doing my thing, you know? And that song, I don't know why, is getting some recognition.
Right.
Probably because of the relevance, you know what I'm saying? So,
of course. So in terms of the music, is it an old track that you're rapping on, or is it something that you created as well?
Well, I didn't create it, but one of my friends did.
Mm-hmm. So the beat is a young producer.
Producer, yes.
Yeah. Your style is very amazing, man. I mean, the way you put those lyrics together and the way you deliver them, it's mind blowing actually. You know, really. So you were in Grenada here. You from River Road, and you used to have a video. I think I remember seeing a video with you way back on Community Channel 6. Did you have something you did on a piano? Or?
Yes, I did a song. That was back in the day, but I don't think that video is on YouTube.
No, not on YouTube.
I did a song about Kirani too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have. Go ahead.
No, you go. I have.
No, I'm saying I have a lot of songs, that maybe if people go on YouTube, they could, listen.
Okay, very good. I will go myself to check them out. So tell us, so you're in New York. What's it like out there now? What's up now? What's it like now?
Right now, you have a lot of protests happening right now because not protests really, but peaceful protests. It's because of the new guy.
I think Dante Wright.
Dante Wright. Right. Yeah. So it kind of ignites a thing back again because it's happening right now with George Floyd killer. Cold case is happening.
Right.
So yeah, it's kind of intense right now where that is concerned.
So there are demonstrations going on, peaceful in New York.
Well, it's supposed to be peaceful, but it wasn't very peaceful last night. The cops was kind of chasing the people off of the street and all that. I wasn't there, but I saw it on the news,
How do you sit and write a song? I mean, you obviously have to be following the news and following all of this very closely to be able to put all those words together, capture all those different situations. How did you put together that song? You did it all.
I've been in these situations myself. I experienced police brutality firsthand. You know what I'm saying? And sad to say, even when I was in Greenz.
Even when you were in Greenz, I hear you.
Back in the day was the Black Squad. I ain't trying to bring that back up, but I'm saying I experienced that even home.
Right. And
on a lesser extent, though.
Right.
Out here is very bad. You can see for yourself if you follow the news.
Yeah, well, I lived in the States too. I lived in Boston, and I too experienced police brutality. I remember it's so funny. I always share the story every now and then. Actually, I think it was my first week in the States, in Boston. I was actually I was like a tourist. I went downtown Boston. I was kind of sightseeing, looking around and thing. And these cops just came, unmarked car. I didn't even know they were cops. I just saw this car kind of drive up on the sidewalk. And I hear somebody saying, you up against the wall. So I figure you can be talking to me. So I didn't,
because you're black.
I didn't pay any attention to the man, so I got to get vexed. So he come on and push me up against the wall. And then he says, spread. Pardon, I just reach up there. I don't know what spread means. So he so the man feel, so the man kick up my foot, put my hands up. And another one in the car now, maybe they looked at some picture or something, say, that's not the one, Harry, or whatever. That's not the one, Harry. The man leave me, spread, hand up in the air, everything up against up a building, and they're gone, Man, that was my introduction. So I know when people talk about, those situations, I understand firsthand, just like you. And that's why, I relate to your song very, very much. So tell us a little bit more about what you're doing musically right now. If we could expect anything else from you, and tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, right now this is my single. I kind of encourage people to support it. But I have a lot of songs working on. Not really sure when I'm going to release another one, but I'm in the studio right now working.
Right.
Continuously. By the way, I want to congratulate the artists. I've been listening to the show for the past 2 hours, and they sound really good.
Yeah, man. We have as you know, we have a lot of talent in Greenz, huh? A lot of talent in Greenz. Yeah, man.
Every one of them sound good. I like the Jefferson song, and I like the Akeem song, and the Miss Songbird.
Yes, the Mara Songbird seminar. Yeah.
Awesome. Yes.
Yes, man. Give thanks. Pass it on. I'm sure they're probably listening too. So, what I want to ask you to do? I want to ask you to freestyle something for us. Could be the same song if you want.
Excessive heat has escalated than it's ever been. Extra victims on the screen, example Ferguson. Plow to extinct, Generation X is what I seen. Little Kiki executed before 17, George Floyd, Michael Brown, Sean Bell, Trayvon Martin, Ahmaud Arbery, Eric Garner, Breonna Taylor, Donja Hamilton. Executed like Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, and that explains why Sheldon Miles couldn't let go of the pen. Repercussion, no excuses will be costly. The killer Charles got around, the kid got Cosby. Emmanuel Pat got him shot, they say he lost it. 50 years ago was kingdom we exhausted. Expensive dwell, but we excel because of excellence. Experience starvation except it wasn't lent. I hate emancipation except for what it meant. And ex don't expect reparation from your government.
Wow. Lyrics, man. So listen, how you got into the rapping thing, man? Who you listen to and how the influences and how you got into rapping?
Well, when I was home, I had a friend. He used to rap before me, and I would like to mention his name. He go by the name Christopher. We used to call him Augrey in my neighborhood. He started rapping before me, and I guess he made me start listening to hip hop. And I used to like certain artists like Tupac, you know, and their music inspired me because I like the reality they speak about sometimes.
Right.
I'm saying, and most of my songs is about reality on that same level.
And Tupac, who else you listen to these days, and who impressed you in terms of in that genre? Who are the other people you like and listen to?
And these days, well, Jay-Z, Jay-Z music is very good to me. But he's not really singing right now. He's not rapping right now. But Jay-Z is very good to me, and Eminem.
Eminem, of course, right? Most rappers, yeah. Jay-Z, that album Jay-Z had, what's it called? The Black Album, it was called?
There was a Black Album, there was a Blueprint.
Right. Yes, I think the Black Album was, I listened to it time. It was quite an interesting album. So as a Grenadian, in that genre of music, what's the future look like?
Well, for me, it looks good because the fact that I'm here speaking to you right now,
right,
it means that it went from here to there.
Right.
And right now, the media is so open for everybody that a little gesture like this could put it a long way, you know what I'm saying?
Right, of course. And
the artists that you guys have back there doing the thing too, on that same level, they could reach wherever because of the media we got right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's possible. Anything is possible.
Of course. And in terms of Grenadian artists up there in New York, who are you in touch with anybody? You work closely with anybody, or you kind of?
They're all my friends. They're all my friends. I did a song with Specky. I'm trying to do a collab with my boy and Mr. Legs right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I work with all of them. Whenever I have an event, you know, if I can get them to perform for me, you know what I'm saying? Right.
All my friends. Well, make sure you shout them all out for us here in Grenada. You know, Specky was on GBN I think yesterday with Blossom. Nice interview. And of course, I'm a boy. He worked very closely with. Well, he did when I worked closely with soca artist Crave, and Alma Boy became very good friends with him. So big up Alma Boy for me. And who else you mentioned there? You mentioned somebody else.
Mr. Legs.
Yeah, well, of course, Mr. Legs. Well, he's big time. Respect to Mr. Legs all the time.
It's a good dude.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Respect every time.
I also want to big up Talpri.
Yes, Talpri.
Talpri's the first artist to put me on a stage in Brooklyn.
Okay. And
I would never forget that. You know what I'm saying? So.
Big up Talpri. Have you ever performed in any like these, some of these like protests, marches or stuff? Have you ever performed in any of those?
I have not performed, but they all know of me and they like the song. Nice. And I had an interview. It's in the video too. Well, live with I was speaking to the TV about the situation.
Okay.
And that was aired.
Nice.
So, they know of me.
And any plans to come home soon? Maybe a little visit after COVID, or take a little breather from New York for a little while, or what's that look like?
Yes, definitely. As soon as I can, I'll be in Greenz.
Nice. Well, I would say, keep up the good works, man, because like I said, I think your song resonates with a lot of people. You don't have to be in America to relate to some of the things you mentioned. All of us here, many of us here are looking at a trial I wouldn't even call his name. I wouldn't give him that pleasure to call his name, of that policeman who put his leg on that man, on George Floyd's neck for 9 minutes and 29 seconds. That's a long time. And I'm not I'm not going to mention his name, but certainly we will see how that turns out, how that trial turns out, and we really hope that America is able to work all of this out real soon, and just live by what they really, really and truly stand for, equality for all. Sammy G, it's a pleasure. You want to shout out anybody home? You want to shout out anybody back here? I mean, I think you're there already, but
I like to say what up to my family. You know what I mean? My mom's in Dow, Miss Ann. My brothers and sisters. My family's very big. Dr. Martin, that's my brother.
Okay.
Yeah, most respected person in the world to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, he gave us yeoman service. He really did a fantastic job with this whole pandemic. Hats off to him. Dr. Martin, he really helped us manage this whole COVID situation very well. I was very impressed by him during this period.
He's a good guy.
Yeah. So, listen, man, I don't know if you have anything else to say. Remember, if you have any new music, make sure you send me a copy. I'll be happy to play it, and I will continue to play this track as well. So
thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Any last thing you'd like to say to Grenada?
Well, just stay safe, and pursue your goals. You know what I'm saying? Because the world is for everybody. You know what I mean?
Yes. Sorry about that distraction there. Pursue your goals. The world is for everybody.
The world is for everybody.
Nice. Well, respect every time, man. Pleasure meeting you. I don't think I just knew of you, so first time I'm really chatting with you personally. It's a real pleasure. And,
I know you.
You know me, I hear you. Give thanks. All right. Well, respect every time. Yeah.
All right.
And great talking to you. All right. Take care.
Yeah.
So we've been speaking to Sammy G from out of New York, and he's a Grenadian rapper out there in New York doing some great things. And we're going to switch it over to mime we're going to actually go over to playing some of the latest rhythms here in Grenada, and we'll end the show with that. So we're going to play some of the latest rhythms in Grenada right now, and take it out to 12 o'clock.
And gave me faith in your love song. Look, I'ma be real with you. I feel for you so deep I might drown. Gassed in your line and pull me up where I'm down. During time we were faced together, though you always say through the hard it gets better.